The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky and Bowling Green. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Hilltoppers will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So James Madison's offense will take the first swing of the game. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
Calls his own number. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. When you absolutely have to have a play, use that big body slant to move the chains on 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and short. I mean, you got to know the ball's coming out quick as a defense, but wins really quickly inside with the slant, catches the football. Even more yards after the catch. Nice timing by this offense.
Looking down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
He'll do it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down.
There he goes! Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really...
Oh, there's an alley on the left. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone.
It's just incredible. You see the arm talent in that last throw. The quarterback position is the hardest position to play in team sports. The fact that this guy is right out of high school and somehow in the conversation to win the Heisman Trophy, that's one of the best stories right now in all of sports.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. gives it on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Hilltoppers have their offense in high gear. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and
he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Oh, what a cut! Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Dukes want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Mooney. Dumps it to the back. Got a man, it's Turbin. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Turbin. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Hilltoppers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Cole. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Fights off the defender. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Hilltoppers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Hands it off. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive. All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Mooney. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cruz. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Hilltoppers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker here. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, in-state rivalries are always so rich, and this Clemson-South Carolina feud is no different. Let's take a look at what went down in today's edition. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. 1 versus 2, some were calling it the game of the century. Let's wait to jump to conclusions at least until the new poll comes out this week, men.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Dukes are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Got him downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Handoff to the single back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here's a hit. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield, it's Mooney. Snagged out of the air. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Bacon. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Hilltoppers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Shows him the stiff arm. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To the ground to try to move the chains. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. The Dukes will send out the punt unit. Here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense...
Deep shot for the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Topper. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to...
It's a fumble! Bounced right back to them.
it's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. To the ground with the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Winston. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Mooney. Fakes the grab. Touchdown, WKU. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all of them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Dukes decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. second down, they'll go to the air. He's got an open man. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Dukes will punt it away on fourth down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Mooney. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You were set up to succeed, and 2 straight incompletions. A big third down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Old Dominion rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Ballard Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Mooney. Makes the grab on the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Holds it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? The give. Runs through a tackle.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And the story of this first half has undeniably been the play of that kid under center. He's in total control of the offense, making the right decisions and reads, not trying to do too much. There's a reason he gets the NIL deals and all the love on social media. That young man is him, and doesn't that opposing team know it? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Dukes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room. be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Hilltopper. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And this all... up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
From the gun, the ground game. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Gives it on the option. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Dukes are rolling down the field. Punts it out of the air. Turning on the Jets. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, James Madison.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
On the move out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. He has been surgical, precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. The hand to the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Hurley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Dukes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's King. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go, here we go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The give to the back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Caught near the sticks. It's Winston. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Dukes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got it in the middle. It's Gideon. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7th.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
The Dukes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Mooney. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the...
Gonna take a shot. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Touchdown! touchdown Topper. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Dukes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Hurley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. It's Gideon. There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Dukes with the 1st and 10.
Military stunt.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gideon. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, James Madison! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
To throw, it's Mooney. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to ride this running back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Quarterback will keep it. Did the work himself. Breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And the Hilltoppers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, WKU. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all... down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Hilltoppers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Hilltopper. And they take it in for 6 more points. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Duke just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man, it's Duke. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Ware. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Dukes will call on their punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Finds a man on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Finds his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Pulls it in. It's Ware. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. On the run, it's Winston. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Dukes will punt this one away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
And the Hilltoppers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to run it inside the 25. Turning it on. And he affects his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. The Hilltoppers are on the move. Back to throw, it's Mooney. A little release to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Topper. They've stretched out this lead. They're starting to smell their 11th win of the year.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Dukes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to run for it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Dukes will line up to punt it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. It's a seam wide open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
Gonna run it. It's Turbin. There he goes. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Duke. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grab behind the line. It's King. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Dukes send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Hilltoppers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Scanning the field, it's Duke. He wants a big play here late. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.